In 1902, the first canneries were built in Monterey. At that time, the city had many prominent fishing and whaling industries. But it was the tiny sardine that eventually made Monterey the industry leader, earning the city the moniker of Sardine Capitol of the world. In 1945, John Steinbeck wrote a novel called Cannery Row. It described life along the waterfront in Monterey's canning district. He used real people and places as models for his novel. The book's success inspired the city to rename Ocean View Avenue Cannery Row.
John Steinbeck laid a layer of world-famous fiction on top of this industrial history. He did it without being a historian. He wrote about the underbelly. He wrote about whorehouses and madams and little Chinese groceries and laboratories and flop houses and the bums that inhabited Cannery Row.
By the early 1950s, the sardines disappeared, and Cannery Row was left quiet, deserted, and dilapidated.
When the fish disappeared, there was no use for them anymore. They were totally unconvertible, soaked in, I like to call it the oily breath of a zillion sardines. They were flammable as could be, and they had to be disposed of before you could redevelop the property, which invited fires of all kinds over its history. But Cannery Row's history has taken a couple very interesting turns. It's the magnet for Central California and one of the economic engines in our state. It's a center of the culinary world, in many ways some parts of the art world, and certainly with John Steinbeck, the literary world and the historical world aren't left out of that inventory.
The Cannery Row Company and the Monterey Bay Aquarium took a gamble and renovated structures on Cannery Row. Their contributions made this legendary lane the tourist destination it is today.